Joining me now, Ross Culley. He is the CEO and founder of the Harvest Group. He is also an investor with Ozark United FC Football Club. Ross, thank you for being here.
Yeah, Roby, thanks for having me.
Tell me a little bit tell you, we need to preface this for people who are not familiar, since this is going to go statewide. Ozark United FC started as this investment in a soccer stadium and a soccer team in Northwest Arkansas, but it has expanded greatly to a full-blown real estate development. So give everybody a little background, a little 100,000 foot view of what is going on with this project.
Yeah, the project has expanded, and so originally the idea was we had an opportunity as a community in Northwest Arkansas to expand into one of the professional tiers of U.S. soccer. And we were pursuing that project and got a ton of initial interest from our community, from season ticket holder interest to corporate sponsorships. But when you're looking at a development of this size, the location matters and the land that you're looking at matters a ton. And so we went through a couple iterations of finding the right spot. And we're looking at a piece of land now that enables us to really diversify the investment and make, I think, the fan experience even better because now it's planned to not just be a soccer stadium, but to be a multi-use real estate investment as well. And so, as an investor, I think that's a great move. As a community member, I think it's a great move because as you look at professional stadiums, that's really the wave that they're going, is where you want the ability to not just go see a game, but also grab a bite to eat, grab a drink. People want to live near a stadium, and this project now enables that.
And it will also add another professional sports franchise up in that area of the state. And it's got some potential other uses for that stadium as well. Can you speak a little bit to that?
Yeah, I think when what you're looking at from a venue standpoint is the ability to host a variety of events, be that concerts, be that corporate events, and so we're really wanting to really develop the stadium to be a multi-use facility that hopefully the community can use in a variety of ways.
You are making a big investment in this, as are many other people in the region. Kind of tell me why you're bullish on this and why you think this particular concept's kind of time has come. Because maybe 5 or 10 years ago, this might not have been the right kind of development for Northwest Arkansas. And 15 or 20 years from now, we might have missed the train on this.
I think your setup question, your setup there in the question is right. Is there is some timing to this? I think a lot of us would have loved to have been investors in NBA franchises and NFL franchises, and that ship has sailed. But I think when you look at the sport of soccer in the United States, I do think that we're at a unique time. And so there's really a shift going on when you study youth sports. Soccer has climbed to the number two most participated youth sport in most surveys, right behind basketball. And you're seeing demographic shifts along with youth too. As our country becomes more diverse, the global sport of soccer is very popular to be played and to be cheered upon. And so when you look at the US in the top couple tiers, there's about 80 teams. You look at Europe and there's 700 teams in the top two tiers. And so there's massive headroom for the sport of soccer here in the US. And I think you're seeing a groundswell that comes up with the younger generation that is going to see the sport continue to get more popular. You also have the World Cup that's coming here in 2026. You see a lot of US players blossoming on the global stage. And so with all those changes, as an investor and as a community member, I'm really excited about our opportunity to have a professional soccer franchise here in Northwest Arkansas. And so I do think the time is ripe. And then when you look at the population growth here and looking to be 1 million people here in a number of years, the ability to have more diverse housing options that include the excitement of being near a stadium, I think it's going to be a great project.
as a former soccer player myself, I just was ahead of my time, So, this is exciting to me to see this type of development happening and to see this kind of reach. What are we talking about time frame wise? And I think to put a little context in there, there will be the initial stadium and the soccer franchise and some of the things around it, but this is a multi-year, maybe even a multi-decade development because things are just going to keep layering and adding to it. Speak to a little bit of the initial what we can expect and then what you kind of hope happens in terms of your vision.
Yeah, so right now, obviously, we've announced a name, a logo. We have the ability to sign up for those that are interested in tickets and sponsorships. As we benchmark where we are and the interest we have in those areas versus other clubs that have started, we're well ahead of pace. And so it's very exciting to see the initial momentum we have. Right now, we're in the fundraising and development stage. So really going through the land that we've secured to make sure that all of the development boxes are checked and continuing to have investor conversations. And so once the we get to a place where that financing is secured and the development is ready to go, then obviously we'll break ground. I don't think there's a determined timeline on that, but we are going to build the stadium in a way that it can expand as we have more and more interest. And so the fan experience of a soccer match is unique. That's something that's been great here in the U.S. is, even the top tier of soccer of MLS started playing in NFL stadiums, and that's just not, the great fan experience you want when there's, 5, 10,000 people in a 70,000 seat stadium. And so, but if you ever attended a soccer match in a city like Portland or Seattle, it has a specific stadium. Or Kansas City, it's a fun experience. So we're going to build a stadium that can expand as we have more ticket interest so that we have just hopefully a loud and fun atmosphere. So we're looking forward to continuing to progress. And as you said, it can take some time for these things to develop, but we are bullish on Northwest Arkansas as we talk to investors on a national scale and host investors from around the country. They're excited about this project. They're excited about our area. And I'm looking forward to hopefully building something that's an asset to our community. It was neat to see the Oklahoma City Thunder,
Yeah.
win the NBA championship just, a couple hours down the road for us. And I'm excited to showcase the soccer talent of Northwest Arkansas, hopefully for years to come with this club.
You always have your fingers in a lot of pies. You are an entrepreneur at heart. You've done some great things over the years. We've even recognized you at the Northwest Arkansas Business Journal for a lot of that success, and I certainly suspect that more is coming. I know this is a lot to bite off and to chew, and so I don't want to diminish this project. Well, what else you got in the works? Anything else that you want to talk about, or is this pretty much consuming your bandwidth?
This and as you mentioned, I've built a business here. I'm running a business here. Is got my hands full, but it's fun. And I know there's a lot of Northwest Arkansas entrepreneurs that are doing similar things. To see people who've built a career, built a business in Arkansas, and are looking to reinvest in unique and fun ways into the community. And so for Kate and I, this is my wife Kate and I, this is an exciting project for us to kind of do something similar. We've built a business here, we've raised a family, and we're hopeful that Ozark United will be a cornerstone for Northwest Arkansas, like you said, 10, 15 years from now, that we're like, wow, that's awesome that we were able to have a professional team that really unites all the different communities of Northwest Arkansas around, one team that we can all cheer for.
All right, Ross Culley, he is the founder and CEO of the Harvest Group. He is a big investor and a big driver of this Ozark United project here. Thank you so much for sharing what you're sharing with us, Ross, and keep up the good work.
Thanks so much.